Hello. Today I will be showing you my Scratch project, which is my game that I've developed. This was part of the Scratch Final project, which was to develop a game, and is also part of my e-portfolio that I'm currently developing. So this is my game. It is called Castle Maze, and it's a basic game that I developed for my project. So I'll do a run through of the game, but first I want to show you the code. So, to start off, I began with a starting background, which I used the backdrops here. I went to backdrops and I changed the backdrop to a castle, so a castle theme. And here I have my multiple backdrops, which it switches to using a broadcast button, but that's later. Here I have my first button. So this button was what I created. If I go to costumes, this is my button. It actually has two things, two costumes actually. The button is, it starts it off. I had two text boxes that I installed. One on top, one on bottom that says Castle Maze, which is my title, and then the click the button to begin the game that starts the actual game. So then when it's clicked, I had a broadcast that puts it in. So I'll show you the run through in a minute. So when I click this button, it'll change the backdrop, and it will also change the costume. That's the costume right here. I had my directions for the game here, and right here you see the two variables that I put into the game, which is score and time, which change, and those were part of the requirements. So here I have my little description of the game. So basically the objective is to navigate your character, which is a little wizard guy, as you can see right here. And you have to navigate him through each round of the maze, and you need at least, I think it was 3 points to win the game, and if you don't, it's game over. And it's also game over if you don't finish in time. So I'm going to quickly just read through. So the objective of the game is to make through all 3 rounds of the castle before the timer runs out, and each stage gets progressively harder as you move, so play quickly. At least 3 points are needed to win, 75 seconds to complete the whole game. Use the arrow keys to move and avoid touching the D. You can reset using the green flag. Good luck, flag. So once you get to this page here, this is all for the first backdrop. This is for the first button here. This line of code is for the costume switch to the knight, and I think this was a custom, this was a custom costume with the knight, the 2 text boxes that I put here. So that changes this, the first button, changes this costume to this costume, and I did that using a broadcast from costume change. So when it receives the costume change, it'll switch to the knight costume. And then I also put in the green flag is clicked. You'll actually see this code a lot in each backdrop or each level, because this is the main reset button that I used. It's really just the when green flag is clicked event button that you'll really see, but it's basically the same concept for each level. So here we have the when space is clicked, switch to backdrop 4, so that'll take it to the next, it'll take you to the first level, and that's when your timer starts, and points will matter once you hit the green button. I'm going to quickly showcase each level, so I'm going to play through each game, and then I'll go through the code after. So, if I hit space, as you can see the timer starts, and your goal here is to just move through this maze as fast as you can. So as seen here, the arrow keys, I'll show you the code for that, as well as the code for the blue, and boom. So then you press A to go to level 2. And the movement is not really fluid, it's more, you have to continuously press the key, but that's what I did here. So here, press B to go to level 3. This is the last level. And of course, I know all the shortcuts since I developed this game, so I'm just going to quickly go through. And you can see that 75 second mark is approaching. So if you say, for example, you didn't finish in 75 seconds, it would reset. It would actually go to the game over screen, and you have to reset, start over again. So I have 2 points right now. 4 seconds left. Can we beat it? It didn't stay in for long enough. But so the reason why I didn't stay in for long enough, because you have to have a little bit of time at the end to stay on the button, because if you stay on the button, because I have a wait block, and I'll show you that in a second, and then it takes you to the game over. So this is the game over, so you have to click the green flag to restart, so I'll reset it here, and now I'll go over each individual code, as you just saw. So for each button of each level, you have a button that you have to reach, and basically what I have here is I had my data, and I had variables here that I put in one for score and one for time. Time, it just increases by a second each time, but score, every time one of these hit, the score goes up. So if I go to my wizard here, this is where my wizard had the majority of the code, and so when the space key is clicked, basically I had here, these are my movement codes. So when up arrow, down arrow, right and left, these are your movement codes right here. When when green flag is clicked, set score to 0, and then just basically resets the whole thing, and then it hides the actual wizard guy, because that only appears when you get into the first level. Here, this block of code is for when you hit the green button and then you hit space to go. That puts you to the starting point of the maze. And then as you saw with that backdrop, wrong backdrop. It resets you. Oh yeah, stage backdrops. So here are my backdrops that are developed, and I can show you the code for those. These are the different backdrops that I have. Sorry for putting the actual thing on there, but it's here. So these are the backdrops that you have. You have the welcome backdrop, you have the Castle 2 backdrop, and here's the froze. But yeah, so you have your different backdrops here. Then, kind of messed up the order, sorry. Yeah, this was okay. So these are my different backdrops. I have codes for each one, and I'll show that for a second. So when stage clicked, go to Castle 4. These are my backdrop switch things. So like when you hit the A button, for example, it switches to this backdrop. When everything is clicked, it sort of switches there. Those are my different backdrops, and then this is the game over screen. I had all the scripts here, and then this is my summary screen that you see at the end. So if I go back to my actual Scratch program here, I have my when space is clicked, set time to 0. This is my reset thing, and then right here, change time by 1. So you have to wait 1 second, then change time by 1. So it basically every second it changes by 1. And I actually took this timer from another source. So this code was taken from another source, but I basically used their idea to make this timer. And then here's the reset, kind of random stop. I don't know why that's there, but we have the when I receive level 2 and when I receive level 3. Those are broadcasts for when you press the A, B, or C key, for example. If you hit A, B, or C, that'll take you to level 1, 2, or 3, but you have to reach the button in order to get the point. So once you get that message, then you press the key that takes you to the next level, and then it'll give you this message that says you need level 2, press B, or something like that. And then also I have my if touching color that I use to sensing. If you touch this color blue, then it resets you back to your starting coordinates. And that's how I got the whole challenge of it not touching the blue. If you touch the blue, then it resets you at the beginning of the level. It doesn't actually take you to the first stage, it just resets you at the starting point, and then you have to redo it but you're losing time, so it gets harder. So then here, this is my most important level, level 3, that I put in a lot of code in. So here I have the if touching button 4, then you get the if you have won the game, and then you just have to stay on the button. It changes the score by 1, and then here I have my if argument statement here. So if the time is less than 75 and score is equal to 3, or your score is greater than 3, then it switches your backdrop to Castle 3, which is your congratulations, you won the game, and then it also stops the time from going up, stops everything. And then you'll get another message that says click to go onto the summary page, and then you can see how you did. So I'm pretty sure I covered everything here. Yeah, this is the first level. These are all for the variables. Movement is up here. These are the resets, and then level 2 and 3. And then the final page, I'll show you. Backdrops, you get the congratulations, you won, and then the Castle 4. So I'm going to quickly do a playthrough of it, seeing how all the code comes together. I'll do one successful and one unsuccessful, so you can see how it worked. So I'm going to hit space, I'm going to go. I'm going to go as fast as I can so I can beat the time this time. I'm losing it. Another thing, you kind of have to wait on the button because it takes some time for the point to actually come there, like that. And each round, if you work fast enough, should last about like 20 seconds, trying to make it through each obstacle. But I'm trying to work kind of faster, so I can make it a successful attempt for sure. And almost there. Go here, we have plenty of time left. Just wait. And then boom, we won the game. Everything stops. The variable time here stops. We could have score greater than 3, so it's going to switch the this backdrop. So then we click to view the game summary, and then basically tells you great job, you've made it. You completed it in under 70 seconds. It should be 75, but I changed that last minute. You also gained a score of at least 3. You were able to clear all obstacles 1, 2, and 3. Great job, wizard. Press green flag to play again, and then that resets it to play again. So that's that. And now I'll show you an unsuccessful attempt, kind of faster. So I'm not gonna go through each obstacle. I'm just gonna click the buttons. So if I hit A, automatically it takes you to stage 2, and then B takes you to 3. I'm just gonna go from here. But if you have 0 and you just did what I did, for example, and you just wait on the block long enough, it'll actually give you 3 points. Because you step once, you can step twice, and it'll just give you, continuously keep increasing it. So this is more if you don't finish it in time. So, and I made sure that the obstacles for each backdrop would make it harder using the sensing that I showed you earlier. So now we're just going to have to wait it out, sort of. 20 seconds until the timer reaches, and then I'll say game over. And there we go. Game over. You ran out of time. Press effect, restart. So yeah, that is my Scratch game. Thank you.